Good afternoon. Good afternoon. First and foremost, when you finish the video, please go to the website. Check out how you can support by downloading the petition, taking it to your supervisor of elections office, and ensuring that you help support. 10 cents is all it costs to turn that little document in. So please use your map app, type in supervisor of elections, and it will show up where that office is in your vicinity. And now on to where we are right now. Did you guys know? And you can look this up. They have a thing called the mass shooting tracker. There have been 90 mass shootings since 2025. Now, this was a very big deal at one point, as you can all recall, but news has to cycle. So it won't continue to keep going. You have to want to be involved. You have to want to find involvement. Do y'all remember in 2019, the Varsity Blues scandal, the scandal where we found out that wealthy people were paying to ensure that their children, that their friends, their family, this is wealthy people, could get into some of these very prestigious colleges. Now let's tie this together really fast. Do you know how we see individuals in Congress and we see them on the news and we see these people and we're like, man, how are you coming to these conclusions? How are you coming to these conclusions? How are you not able to put your vernacular together in order to give a comprehensive answer that everyone can understand? We didn't find out about these wealthy people paying their way to get their children into school, and that some of them even paid for their degrees until something happened and the scandal kind of blew open. But it was like really fast in the news, hit the news, and then went away. But do you really think it stopped? Do you think that it just paused out that, hey, yeah, now we're caught, we're never going to do this again? Well, no, we know good and well that when you are caught, you devise a new way to do things. But again, the news cannot keep up with all of this. So what do? We put in regulations to ensure that we find out what's going on. Now we know when you go shopping, most citizens are not looking at everything that they pay for and saying, okay, this comes from China, this comes from Cambodia, this comes from Nicaragua, this comes from you're just not doing it. So when the tariffs hit and prices start going up, you're looking for information. You're looking to be told, hey, this is what's going to go up, or this is what's going to go up. And we're just not getting that. We're not. So that's why you see such an argument back and forth. You know, people are for it, people are against it. When the stock market took a collapse and individuals' 401ks got hit, there were millionaires that were simply saying, you shouldn't worry about it because you're a millionaire. If you lost $45,000 to the million that you had, it's not a large hit. But if you lost $45,000 and you only make $65,000 a year, that is a substantial hit. Yet and still, you have citizens that are giving the understanding to, you know what, this is just going to be difficult. But you have to start asking those citizens who think that way, do you have any dog in this fight? Does your job offer a 401k? Did you lose anything yet? Have you seen prices go up in places that are detrimental to you? Are you coming in and out of poverty? We are seeing more and more, and we will continue to see that, hey, things are happening that the average citizen cannot stop from happening. If you haven't lost your job and you are watching other people lose their job, it's less of an impact to you. That's a fact. You have to have, here's the word, empathy, to start thinking about, hey, is there a better way to look at this? Is there even a market for all these people that you're about to put it back into the job market? Okay, so we're going to fire all of these people. Is there a place where they're going to do that, or do we just not worry about them? Now, let's build. Let's build a little bit. And this ain't going to be long. We're just going to build. We passed laws that said that, hey, being homeless is starting to be a crime. There are rules and regulations for being homeless, and if you don't meet those, you can be incarcerated. Let's build it up. We know that once you're incarcerated, we can use you in a laborist type environment where we don't have to pay you that much. Isn't there a benefit to firing people now? Because you can still make money because you're also charging taxpayers for the people that you fire, that you've just put into a position of homelessness. Because even though those job numbers that come out, they're national. They come out everywhere. Hey, we made 250,000 jobs. There are 335 million Americans. Out of the 250,000 jobs that you made, they never give you how many people are unemployed. They give you that in a percentage. We made 250,000 jobs. The unemployment rate went up by 4.2%. What's the number? What is the number of unemployed Americans right now, right this moment? I'm going to type it in. What is the number of unemployed Americans? Because they always want to 7.1 million. Household survey data, both the unemployment rate at 4.2% and the number of unemployment people at 7.1 million changed little in March. The unemployment rate has remained in a narrow range of 4.0% to 4.2% since May of 2024. We created 250,000 jobs. There are 7.1 million people that are identified as being unemployed. So when you hear those numbers come out, I want you to remember that, hey, I can Google how many people are registered unemployed right now. And I can tell you, 250 jobs is not gonna it's not gonna put a dent in 7.1 million. And again, remember, the law says there are laws being created that say, hey, being homeless around here is illegal. We don't want to see homeless, but we're making citizens homeless. Is there a way that we can do better? Should that be wrong to even ask? Is it a way to do better? Are we putting our best and brightest in there, or are we putting individuals who were part of Operation Varsity Blues? You paid your way in. You never had what it took. I'm in here crushing my children. Trust me. You will read every day. You're going to give me 2 hours after you get out of school. You're going to put that work in. You're going to learn. You're going to educate yourself. I'm going to teach you what the school don't teach you. They hate it. Push back all the time. Because just like most Americans, you can't afford to buy your way into this. You just don't have it. You cannot afford to be a part of that. You're going to have to take out loans. You have to look for programs. You're going to have to hope you get scholarships. You got to be smart enough to even do that. You got to make the grades from the time you start to the time you want to go to college to even be considered for some of those programs. You're going to have to write those papers. You're going to have to put in that time, and you're going to have to work hard at making money while trying to maintain this. Because the majority of America, the majority of citizens cannot afford to have been a part of Operation Varsity Blues. When I tell you that citizens need legislative authority, that citizens need a way to level that playing field, this is what I mean. If you've noticed, I've changed my attire. I got my little logo a little bit different. Sometimes when I go out, individuals don't really take you that serious just because you have your name across your t-shirt. So sometimes you gotta make the polo event. It's just to get a little more comfortability from individuals who do not like to be approached. It's very interesting though. When you go up to an individual and you say, hey, I'm running for governor of Florida. Would you mind hearing me out? Or you give your 30-second spiel. And you don't always get people that even want to hear you out. I'm just telling you. So it is different things that you must do to present yourself. So I don't like to burn up. These are short sleeve. I don't like to be hot. It's hot out here in Florida when I'm traveling around. I'm about to do a tour to colleges. So hopefully I see a lot of young voters there that want to have control of their elected officials. But remember, if you made it this far, Go to the website, download the petition, go into your app. If you're on, Waze or Google Maps, whatever, go into the app, type in Supervisor of Elections Office. It costs 10 cents to take that petition and turn that thing in. If you see me out in town, by all means, speak to me. Say, hey, how you doing? I like or dislike this about your plan. I do not get a lot of feedback on my plan. But if you made it this far, check out my Substack. I go into detail about why I think legislative authority is necessary. So my Substack, I push that information out there for all of you individuals to see. You guys have a great day.